The adventure motorcycle segment has enormously evolved in the last decade, ultimately blossoming into one of today's most popular segments in motorcycling. This enormous interest in the adventure bike class has prompted majority of major motorcycle manufacturers to toss their respective hats into the ADV ring. And while the R1250 GS might be tempting, not everyone has a bank account that can afford to bring one of those home. Not to worry, because there are still plenty of new models well equipped for adventure that won't break the bank. Here are top 5 ADV bikes that come with an affordable price tag. First up is the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Royal Enfield has really established itself in the past few years with investments within the company to help it remain stable. And besides, when you consider the far of places people ride their Enfields, do you really doubt the Himalayan won't take you there? With a name like that, adventure is what it's built for. Powered by a 411cc single-cylinder engine, the Himalayan is built to be stone reliable and easy to ride basically anywhere in the world. The trade-off is a lack of power, but all that power in the world means nothing if you're stranded somewhere with a mechanical issue that you can't fix. Other than that, the 21-inch front wheel and the 17-inch rear gives you a decent amount of rubber options, and wire-spoke nature of the wheels is another nod towards being easy to maintain pretty much anywhere. The spacious cockpit is fine seated or standing, and the overall look and feel of the Himalayan gives off this aura that it could easily navigate the globe. If the big R1250 GS is out of your price range, maybe the entry-level 310 GS is more within your reach. The gateway drug to the GS ownership, the G310 GS certainly looks the part with its front beak, minimal fly screen, upright bars and adventure styling. And being a BMW, though the price tag may be small, it doesn't give up anything in terms of fit and finish. This is one well put together motorcycle. Power comes from a 313cc single, so there's little fear about it being overly powerful if you're new to adventure riding. You have long travel suspension, which is basically mandatory for an ADV, and a 19-inch cast aluminum front wheel. A wide-spoked wheel would be better for serious off-road duty, but if you're truly starting out, it likely won't matter. For being such a small bike, the riding position is awfully comfortable for adults, and being a BMW, you don't have to worry much about reliability. It's impossible to bring up the adventure category and not mention KTM alongside BMW. With the KTM 390 Adventure, you get a ton of big bike attitude and performance, but with a much smaller hit on your wallet. And before you go thinking this is yet another beginner bike, think again. The 373cc single packs a punch. You've got something in the neighborhood of 7 inches of suspension travel, so you can go places. Well, you can go places that won't be too tough on the cast aluminum wheels. Nonetheless, the 390's adventurous spirit is evident because it has crash bars, a skid plate and handguards. KTM's pretty clear in what this bike is meant for, and it's just as inviting for less experienced riders as it is for veterans. Whatever be the case, if a budget adventure bike is what you're after, the KTM 390 Adventure knows how to get you there. Simple, reliable, capable, affordable. These are the terms that are absolutely fitting for the Suzuki VStrom 650. Suzuki has been selling VStroms for around 2 decades now with hardly any major changes. Why? Because it just works. The 645cc V-twin engine sitting in the middle of it can trace its root back to the SV650, another Suzuki motorcycle with a cult following. It seems like whatever Suzuki sticks this little engine in is a winner, and the VStrom is no different. It's not the most powerful bike, nor is it particularly light. It's not even the best at adventure riding, but everything works well together with a charm that's hard to quantify. You'll find a 19 by 17 inch wheel combo on the Strom, and the base models get cast wheels. Or you can spend a little extra for the XT version, the one better suited for ADV work. The XT also gets handguards and a skid plate as well. Off the showroom floor, the VStrom 650 is marginally capable, but there's a huge aftermarket for them, allowing you to build it up to go practically anywhere you want. Now when it comes to bang for the buck, you'll be hard pressed to find a more impressive adventure bike than the Yamaha Tannery 700. Built with the basics of adventure riding in mind, there are minimal electronics encumbering the 689cc parallel twin in the T7. It's a shared engine among a couple of Yamaha models, but it works very well in the Tannery 700. Its low and mid-range grunt perfect for adventure duty. Inspired by Yamaha's own rally raid bikes that tackle the Dakar every year, the Tannery 700 is slim, tough and wears all the right highway to get you go and explore. You get adjustable suspension, lots of travel and spoked tube wheels in the 21 by 18 inch variety. This Yamaha was made for adventure. Of course, it'll handle the pavement, but this is the option for those on a budget looking for a capable adventure bike. New riders can have a bike that's not so intimidating, while experienced riders will get a thrill from riding the Tannery for all it's worth. So when we say bang for the buck, this really is the best package. So depending on your budget and skill level, there's an adventure bike that will meet your needs. Of course, by the very fact that you're shopping with a limited spending cap, you'll also have to accept that you're not gonna get all the bells and whistles or the latest and greatest ADV out there. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes simple is better, and these bikes are proof that sometimes less is more. If you like this video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.